So, Ironheart is something. I went in wanting to like it because, look, I don't ever go into anything hoping that it's bad. I want everything to be good because we wouldn't have this talk about is the MCU dead or it's alive again, it's dead again, or superhero fatigue. I wish it was all good. And to be honest, my channel does a lot better when everything is good. I get more views and I actually really enjoy talking about things that are good, not bad. I wanted it to be good. I love the Marvel Universe. I think Ironheart had the potential to be a great show. I wanted to like it, but for me, it wasn't great. In fact, I was feeling like it was kind of a bad show, and I was comparing it to Secret Invasion and She-Hulk, but then something happened. The finale. The finale confused the heck out of me due to the fact that it was so freaking good. It was satisfying, and it had a little twist as well that I didn't see coming, and it confused me because I was really kind of prepared to say the show wasn't very good, but it stuck the landing. So what happens when an okay show sticks the landing? What does that mean for it overall? Well, unfortunately, overall, I was still rather bored for most of it. It's like the Leonardo DiCaprio line in Django where he said, "You had my curiosity, now you have my attention." Well, this show, unfortunately, never really did manage to get my attention for some of the plot points that they were going for. And it only kind of just got my curiosity a few times. However, like I mentioned, the finale was so great, it kind of saved it for me. So I ranked this above Secret Invasion, above She-Hulk, but nowhere near anything like Loki or WandaVision or even Agatha all along. So 2 important notes. One is that I recognize I'm not the targeted demographic for this, so maybe others will like it a lot. Who knows? I hope you do. As always, I really encourage everyone to watch it for yourself and form your own opinions, and if you like it, that's really awesome. Don't let another person's opinion keep you from liking it. I wish I did as well. 2. I saw all the episodes. Sometimes we only see 2 episodes, like for Secret Invasion, and for She-Hulk, we only saw the first 2 episodes. And I did like the first 2 of Secret Invasion and She-Hulk. I thought they were good, but from there, it just kind of went downhill. So some people would say, you said you liked Secret Invasion. You said you liked She-Hulk. No, I just saw the first 2 episodes. Once the whole thing came out, no, I didn't like either of them. I don't think either of those were good series. I've seen all of Ironheart. So this is how I feel about the entire thing, and no spoilers. Now, there are moments of greatness in this show. It definitely feels connected to the MCU. They did a great job at tying it to Iron Man, and there are some heartfelt moments in it, and I also recognize what it does for the culture and can appreciate that. There were good moments in it, but unfortunately for me, I found most of it boring. I didn't like the tone of it, and I found it a little frustrating, and I'll quickly explain why. The biggest issue I have about the show is I was bored. The first 3 episodes were really boring to me, and although the last 3 do pick up a bit, I was still waiting for more to happen. The pacing was just too slow for me. Now again, the finale was a huge success to me. It was rewarding and it did end very well. I just wish we had that for the entire show, not just the last 10 minutes of it. Another thing that I was really hoping for was more character development for Riri. I think Dominic Thorne did a really great job acting-wise. I think she played Riri exactly how Marvel wanted her to be played. The issue is, for me, I don't really like how they wanted her to be played. I didn't really like Riri as a character in Wakanda Forever, and that came out more in this show. Again, it's not on the actress. I think she did a great job playing what Marvel wanted. But to me, Riri is selfish, and she has such an attitude, it's really hard to root for her. She gets herself into trouble thinking about herself, then complains about the trouble she's in, but it's kind of like, it's your fault, Riri, you know? She's also not the best to her mom and her friends. Like, they genuinely want what's best for Riri, and the mom and Xavier, I like them a lot. And I feel like if Riri let them in sooner and they would have focused on that a little bit more, it would have been much better. But unfortunately, there's not that much character development for Riri. They do have a little at the end, and it's a nice heartfelt moment, but what's weird is that it's very short-lived. It's brushed over really quickly, and she kind of reverts back to her old self when she's having this convo with a pretty big person, like a very powerful person. And she knows this person is very powerful, and she's giving this person like a ton of attitude. And I'm like, what? Like, come on. Like, is kind of undeserved and kind of annoying to me. Another thing is the AI best friend is kind of weird and inconsistent to me. Like, she knows it's not real, it's AI, but there were times I'm literally like yelling at the TV, like, she's not real, it's not real. And they know that, but it's kind of this inconsistent thing. And on top of it, I felt like the two of them didn't really have that much chemistry together. Again, I think they acted fine, right? I think they did a good job at that, but I feel like just there were a lot of forced moments, a lot of forced laughter. To me, that was very noticeable. Also, there's not a ton of action. When we get it, it's fine for the most part. A few scenes are kind of iffy stunt-wise and choreography-wise, but for the most part, it's got some good action in it. I just wanted a lot more. For a show that's about an Iron Man suit and a genius in that Iron Man suit, I wanted more of that, but you don't get like a ton of it. Now, as far as the Hood is concerned, he's not really an enticing villain for me. I don't feel like he was written very well. I don't think they did a super good job with his character. It just kind of wasn't there, and to me, I just kind of didn't care. And the Hood's gang is poorly written as well and kind of not believable. I wasn't ever really sold on them being just this big villainous group crime organization, and to be honest, their motives were kind of weak to me. And some things just aren't believable about what the group and some characters could do. They also don't really give you a reason to care about the group that much, and you don't really feel like they care for each other that much, and they don't really spend a lot of time on that, like setting up that dynamic. So it is what it is. Overall, I think the show is okay. I wouldn't call it good, but because it ended so strongly, I wouldn't exactly call it bad. It's okay. It's decent. And what's interesting is that when the reaction embargo lifted last night, I was kind of surprised to see such positive reviews, only because I thought it was rather boring, and I saw some reviews and reactions of people saying that it's the best show since like Loki or like WandaVision, and I was like, I wouldn't say that. Again, I'm not knocking anybody for liking it. Everybody has their own taste, but it did get me curious, and I did start asking other people that I knew of a bunch of different backgrounds, bunch of different cultures, to kind of get a feel for how all of these critics and movie reviewers felt. And generally, most people told me the same thing, that it was kind of boring. The only exception was a lot of people said that it did pick up for them after episode 3. So episode 4, I will say it does pick up a little bit. I feel like 5 dips back down, but then 6 at the very end kind of takes you to where you wanted to be the entire time of the show. Like, again, if they would have just given us what they gave us in episode 6 the entire time, this would be a pretty dang good show. I think people would really be raving about how great this show is, but I think we're going to continue to get a lot of mixed reactions. I am really curious to hear what everybody thinks of it once it's out. I wish they released all of them at once just so we could see, but the first 3 episodes drop in like an hour, which kind of is also not a good sign that the studio has faith in the project when the review embargo is so close to when it releases. But Marvel didn't really market this either, so it seems kind of clear how they felt about it. But next week, I'm really curious to see what everybody thinks of the show overall and the finale. We'll have to wait and see till then. In the meantime, if you're watching this after you watch Ironheart, let me know what you think about it. And if you haven't watched Ironheart yet, are you excited to watch it? Are you going to watch it? Let me know in the comments down below. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest Marvel news, rumors, leaks, or reviews. And we'll catch you all in the next video. Woof woof.